We're going around the world for this one. Hey travelers, I'm your host Brian Rollins, and this is episode 225 of the Dorky, Geeky, Nerdy Trivia Podcast. For our latest country episode, we've got South Africa trivia. 30 questions about the country, its people, and its history. If you'd like to learn more about the show, visit dorkygeekynerdy.com. And now, on with the questions. The Dorky Round. Number 1. What TV show visited South Africa and discovered that elephants really are afraid of mice? Mythbusters. Number 2. April 27th, 1994 marked the end of what system of laws in South Africa? Apartheid. Number 3. What comedian from South Africa hosted The Daily Show from 2015 to 2022? Trevor Noah. Number 4. Hailing from Benoni, what actress won a Best Actress Oscar for her role in 2003's Monster? Charlize Theron. Number 5. Beginning in 1994 and through 1999, what former political prisoner became president of South Africa? Nelson Mandela. Number 6. What is the largest city in South Africa? Johannesburg. Number 7. What South African religious leader won the 1984 Nobel Peace Prize? Archbishop Desmond Tutu. Number 8. What is the currency of South Africa? The South African Rand. Number 9. In 2010, South Africa played host to what international sporting event? The FIFA World Cup. Number 10. What Indian activist and leader would spend 20 formative years in South Africa starting in 1893? Mohandas Gandhi. The Geeky Round. Number 1. The Blue Crons Bridge is the highest bridge for what adventurous activity? Bungee jumping. Number 2. What country is completely landlocked inside South Africa? Lesotho. Number 3. What fantasy author was born in Bloemfontein in 1892? J.R.R. Tolkien. Number 4, set in South Africa, what 2009 sci-fi film was based on the short film Alive in Joburg? District 9. Number 5. At the end of the 19th century, the British Empire fought a war with what independent republic in southern Africa? The Boer Republic. The war was bloody, and over 27,000 women and children died in British concentration camps. Number 6. South Africa has 3 capitals. Which is the administrative capital, home to the executive branch of government? Pretoria. Number 7. What is the primary language of most South Africans? Zulu. It's the first language of 22% of the nation. Number 8. The language Afrikaans is derived from what European language? Dutch. Number 9. Serving as its legislative capital, what is the oldest city in South Africa? Cape Town. Number 10. What is the Internet TLD for South Africa? ZA. The Nerdy Round. Number 1. Found in South Africa, what is the world's largest reptile? The leatherback turtle. Number 2. Also found in South Africa, what is the world's smallest mammal? The least dwarf shrew. Number 3. Dating more than 160,000 years old, the oldest what were found in South Africa? Human remains. Number 4. How many official languages does South Africa have? "11, more than any other nation. Number 5. What does apartheid translate to in English? Separateness. Number 6. What South African filmmaker directed District 9, Elysium, and Chappie? Neil Blomkamp. Number 7. Nelson Mandela shared the 1993 Nobel Peace Prize with what South African leader? F.W. de Klerk. Number 8. One of the largest game preserves in Africa, what was South Africa's first national park? Kruger National Park. Number 9. South Africa shares its northwesternmost border with what nation? Namibia. Number 10. Before it was rechristened the Cape of Good Hope, what was it called? Cabo das Tormentas, or Cape of Storms. Branding is important. And that's it for South Africa trivia. I know I have a few listeners from there, so I'm curious to hear what you think. For the rest of you, I hope you learned something. My daughter spent time in South Africa and she loved it. She's also a zookeeper, so it's something right up her alley. I'll be back here next week with another episode. Here's a little clue. What 2017 movie was the last that Carrie Fisher was directly involved with? Not too tough considering the show's history, right? See you here next Wednesday. This has been episode 225 of the Dorky, Geeky, Nerdy Trivia Podcast. The theme music is by Jason Shaw. You can find him at audionautics.com. This podcast is written, produced, and hosted by me, Brian Rollins. My other work, including audiobooks, can be found at thevoicesinmyhead.com. Thanks for listening. 'Tis the season to be podcasting. Stay inside with a warm beverage and a hot microphone. If you're interested, Spotify can help you out. They've got a platform that lets you make one, distribute it, and earn money all in one place for free. It's called Spotify for Podcasters, and here's how it works. Spotify for Podcasters lets you record and edit podcasts right from your phone or computer. So you've already got the equipment necessary to start recording today. Then you can distribute your podcast to Spotify, Apple, Google, and everywhere else podcasts are heard. Video podcasts are also available on Spotify. And when you want to take conversations with your fans to the next level, Q&A and polls are an excellent way to get them talking. With Spotify for Podcasters, you can earn money in a variety of ways, including ads and podcast subscriptions. Best of all, it's completely free. I switched Dorky, Geeky, Nerdy over to Spotify for Podcasters, and I haven't regretted it. The analytics are fantastic, and the new tools for hosting and updating the feed are way more than I could do self-hosting. Now, it's your turn. Head to podcasters.spotify.com and read all about it. Then, let me know what you're podcasting all about. The best-kept secrets in 2041 America are the deadliest ones. A mysterious scarlet-haired jazz singer, a rebel on a motorcycle, and a killer with a penchant for torture. Food is scarce, good jobs the rarity, and Big Brother is watching everyone. Will Jack and Tom's family be torn apart in the mayhem? And how far will one brother go to save the other's life? In 2041, America is rife with ghettos and armed checkpoints, and poverty runs rampant. A bloody civil war is brewing, and everyone will be forced to take a side. Education is the only way out of a life where you're never sure where your next meal will come from, or what you'll have to do to get it. Tom aced his assessment tests and scored an education contract, giving him a way out of poverty. Jack isn't so lucky. Tom must break every rule he's lived by and go head-to-head with a psychopath if he's to have any chance of saving his brother, and just maybe keep America from reaching the fracture point. Fracture Point by Jeff Altabef is book 1 in the Point Thrillers series. Audiobook available now on Audible and iTunes.